This episode of Android Authority is brought to you by Carbonite, automatic cloud backup for your computer files at home and at work. Start your free trial at carbonite.com with the offer code ANDROID, and you'll get 2 bonus months with purchase. Welcome back to Android Weekly. My name is Jason. This is where we cover the week's Android news. Now, you might think that the Christmas week was a slow news week when it comes to Android, but on the contrary, we found some interesting leaks regarding the Galaxy Note Pro. Bam! LG Wearables. Oh yeah! And trolls. No, not that type of trolling. I'm talking patent trolls. And because when it comes to patent trolls, users are the only losers, I'm a little hot under the collar. So today is all gonna be about a bully beatdown. Sorry. All right, let's go back to the basics. You all know about a company called Google, but do you know about a company called Rockstar? Not that type of company. Rockstar isn't even a real company so much as a consortium of companies led by Apple, Microsoft, and BlackBerry, to name a few. And what they've done is bought a host of patents by a now defunct company called Nortel. And Rockstar hires a team of engineers to take those patents and search for other successful tech products by other successful companies to see if possibly their patents are being infringed upon. Now, their patents don't really need to be infringed upon, but if there's a possible open interpretation that they might, they can then sue those companies for, patent infringement. But it gets worse. You see, Rockstar doesn't make any products with these patents. They don't work the patents as was originally intended when patent law was formed. What they do is use it as a form of corporate bullying, and it's nasty. Let me just give you a short example from these court documents. One of the titles of these patents that they're suing for is called a navigational tool for graphical user interface. So how many devices do you use every day that has some sort of navigational tool for graphical user interface? A lot. Now, I'm not going into the detail of the actual patent itself, but it just gives you an example of the open general, patents that are being given out. I mean, you could argue this camera I'm shooting on has a tool for graphical user interface. Are they infringing on Rockstar's patents? I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And they use this as an offensive corporate tool. So for example, last year or 2 years ago, Apple countersued Samsung to try and stop them from selling the Galaxy S4 in the US. It's crazy. It is totally opposing the whole original purpose for patent law, was that, if you could create something innovative that people truly wanted, you should be granted a monopoly for a few short years so you can reap the benefits of your great idea, of your innovation. But then I could make a competitor's product based on your innovation. I just have to pay you a license for it. So you win, I win, and the consumer wins. Right now, no one wins except for the lawyers who charge millions of dollars to fight these fruitless legal battles. So you remember how last week I spent time cautioning you about the importance of backing up your irreplaceable files? Yeah, so you'd think I'd know better by now. But I get distracted because I like to blow stuff up. Or more specifically, just pwn my teenage boys. All right, writing next week's show looks good.
Dad, it's your time to get pwned on COD.
Yeah, who's your daddy now? But then I remembered that before I went to play, I forgot to back up my hours of hard work, and I lost it.
Dad, wake up, Dad.
See, if you have a way to back up your most important data online automatically, you won't have to suffer the way I did.
It's okay, Dad.
Yes, it wasn't pretty, but whether you have multiple computers at home or at work, Carbonite has an affordable plan for you to do just that. Automatically back up your most important data online so you don't have to. Now, I can hook you up with a free trial, no credit card required. If you go to carbonite.com with the offer code ANDROID, you get 2 bonus months if you decide to buy. Moving on to some happier news with the Samsung Galaxy Note Pro, but warning, this is just a rumor. Nothing has yet been officially announced. We have learned of a 12.2-inch Galaxy Note Pro Android tablet reportedly being demoed in South Korea just a few days ago. with the device expected to be unveiled as early as next month at CES 2014. As far as specs and features, the tablet is said to have a 2560 x 1600 resolution LCD display, 2.4 GHz processor, 3 GB of RAM, and a whopping 9,500 mAh battery, and of course running Android 4.4 KitKat. Now, if these rumors turn out to be true, that would mean that this tablet would have the biggest battery out of any of the Samsung tablets thus far. So why should any of us really care about a 12.2-inch tablet? Well, for many years now, people have been throwing around that term post-PC era. That hasn't fully transpired, really. I mean, the vast majority of you are probably still watching this on a laptop or desktop right now. So, I believe this is Samsung's attempt to begin to close that gap, especially if they can couple this heavy-duty tablet hardware with Office-like software, pro software, like something that can be used for Office and power users, so you and I can begin to think about finally doing away with our laptop once and for all. Now on to LG wearable devices. Now, numerous reports have come out that LG is not just working on a new LG G3, but 2 new wearable devices. The first one is called G Arch, which is some sort of smartwatch device, and the second is called G Health, which is some sort of fitness tracker. We'll be looking forward to more news in the coming year. Thanks for watching, Android peeps. My name is Jace, and I need to remind you that all the work that I do here is based on the great writing done by the staff at AndroidAuthority.com. I'm just a guy who likes to talk tech, but they are true journalists over there, and they do a great job. All the links to their work are in the show links below if you want to check them out. You can connect with me here on Twitter and Google+. I'd love to talk with you. Please put your thoughts and questions in the comments below. I do read all the comments. And don't forget to check out my brothers in Android. I shall see you next week on Android Weekly.